If you've clicked on this video, you're probably on the search for the best ramen in Sydney. Well, today I'm gonna take you to Burwood, Sydney, a food haven in its own right, to check out Senpai Ramen. There are a few reasons why this spot should be on your list of ramen joints to check out. Number one, Senpai Ramen is the brainchild of award-winning chef Chase Kojima, whom you may know as the former head chef at Hadit Restaurant Tokyo and of Simulation Senpai, the pop-up in Haymarket that served up chirashi bowls that look like this. 2. Senpai Ramen Burwood is the result of a partnership between Chase Kojima and Howin Choi, the mastermind behind Ni Hao Bar and Kowloon Cafe. 3. And nothing on this menu is priced above $20, and that includes their huge bowls of ramen. But if that's not enough to convince you to give this ramen joint a go, well, then this food tour is for you. For in this video, I'm going to be trying out their best sellers from entrees to ramens to desserts so that you know what to get. But before we get into it, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Steve from the Fat Life Project. I post weekly food and travel content. So if that sounds like something that you'd be into, well then I'd strongly suggest that you subscribe so that we can go on weekly fat adventures together. Senpai Ramen is located at 14/27 Belmore Street, right inside Emerald Square, Burwood, which is an approximately 4-minute walk from Burwood Station. As always, I've included the Google pin in my description box so that you can easily find it. The venue is decked in purple and white neon lights reminiscent of their venue in Chatswood and also of the original Simulation Senpai venue in Haymarket. Ordering is super convenient thanks to their QR code system, and before we knew it, the food was served. For the entrees, we had the spicy tuna crispy rice, a yuzu fried chicken, and Senpai Gyoza. I really enjoyed the yuzu fried chicken. You can definitely taste the yuzu. The chicken itself is tender, and for $13.90, this is a pretty remarkable serving size. I would say this is probably my favorite entree here. My second favorite entree here was their gyoza, which we ordered because you can't have ramen and not have gyoza. The Senpai Gyoza came drenched in this spicy malatang sauce, which I thought was quite unique. We also got this spicy tuna crispy rice as the third entree, and while the tuna was super fresh with a nice spice kick to it, I just overall enjoyed the other two entrees more. But it's time for the main acts. I started with their Tonkotsu ramen because for me, Tonkotsu is the litmus test dish that tells me if a ramen spot is worth revisiting. First off, would you just check out that serving size? I think it's remarkable for just $18. You get 2 huge pieces of pork chashu, black fungi, spring onions, sesame seeds, black garlic oil, half a ramen egg, and copious amounts of noodles. Hot tip for garlic lovers, there was already black garlic oil in it, but I freaking love garlic, so I got extra garlic oil for an additional 80 cents to kick it up a notch. Totally worth it. And I could immediately tell that we were in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing. The broth was very flavorful, and for Sydney siders, the broth thickness is definitely thicker than Rising Sun Workshop, Choco Ramen, and Bones Ramen, but not quite as thick as Gumshara, which is my personal preference. Still, maybe because the weather was a bit cold, this bowl of tonkotsu was so comforting to eat. While getting the tonkotsu, I also noticed that they had a Wagyu Shoyu ramen on the menu, and as I have difficulty resisting anything that has the word Wagyu in it, this was the other ramen dish we got. Once again, this serving size is incredible for under $20. This came out at $19.90. The ramen came with some huge Wagyu slices. The Wagyu slices were perfectly cooked and were still soft and tender even when I tried it after 20 minutes of filming. The broth has a sukiyaki-like taste to it, and so if you're a sukiyaki fan, this is the ramen dish to get. I don't know about you, but I never ever forget to have dessert. There were quite a few choices, but I decided to go with their popular Senpai donuts, which were custard filled with a soft serve on the side, and it honestly was the perfect thing to cap off dinner. Overall, while it was not the best ramen I've ever had in my life, what I did have was enough to pique my curiosity. I'm definitely coming back to try out the other dishes. I do hope that you've enjoyed this little food tour. I sure did, and in fact, I'm even thinking of making it a series where I check out different ramen joints around Sydney. Do let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, and if so, where would you like me to go next? If you want to check out more Sydney content, do feel free to click on my Sydney playlist, which I've included in the description box. And if you got to this point of the video, I want to thank you so much for your support. I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a fantastic day. As always, I will see you soon in the next video.